Yeah, you try, but unfortunately, Saint Taneus knows the true hearts of these two and refuses to bless their weapons.
If your hearts be true in charity, then your weapons are now blessed. You two may go.
So we
Taking
don't
no
know.
responsibility.
We don't know.
I
did the ritual, and it should work then.
Genevieve's worked because because you had the difficulty set to -20, and it should have been a +10. So Genevieve's worked.
Okay.
Oh, there's that. There's that.
Oh, yes. Okay, so when you incant, oh no, it does do your rating immediately. Okay, right. So it does it for you automatically. So Rutherford fails, Genevieve passes. That's how it works.
I'm too generous. I need to stop giving people my money.
Yes. Truly, in the eyes of Saint Aeneas, you two are now blessed. As truly you are worthy to be so.
Before we head into the rat tunnels, the Chancellor looks over to you, Father Leon, and he says, "We may wish, if you know where she is, and before you two leave, we may wish to bring Carla with us."
To Sir Reginald?
Yes.
Are you positively certain of that?
Not 100%.
If it were to fail and I were to be found with her in his care, I think that would simply be the end of it.
Yes, true. But remember what I said. He lives in a simpler time. He may be... Well, never mind. It is on you.
I would like to maybe scrutinize him, if that's okay.
May you go ahead.
Okay. Scrutinize. Da-da-da! Critical success.
He is being very truthful about this. But
then, Chancellor, do you think perhaps you too might find safety with him?
It is possible. It is possible. I do not know. Like I said, he lives in a simpler time. He may not do precisely what we want, but he may be swayed by her presence, though I believe we should keep her in disguise.
I agree. And you as well. I think, let me take a look, and I'll start, rifling through Barnes' wardrobe for, a couple cloaks.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. No. Everything has been... Anything of value besides books has been lifted from this place.
Oh, yeah. Even, the cloakware? Dang.
Yeah.
Copper wire. Pipes. Crackheads, man.
That's okay. I have these unwashed priestly robes you can wear. From my travels. You see, I have a travel set, and then a set for when I'm in town, so that I don't smell terrible.
So, just to clarify, 2 of you are heading to see... are going into the rat tunnels?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Father Leon, you are going on a trip to the castle?
Yes, I believe I will go ahead and try to grab Carla from the graveyard, and then go to the castle. So I'll probably be, picking up an extra cloak or something somewhere.
Okay.
Unless you guys, have an extra one you want to throw at me.
I don't think I have extra stuff, no.
Wait, let me check. A bag of gold.
Oh, a bag of gold would do greatly, and Saint Aeneas does appreciate your charity.
How much is a cloak?
No, and I don't have...
pay for this.
I don't have anything. I have an oil pot. That's pretty much it. Everything else I'm carrying. Or wearing.
I see. Right. Well, unfortunate.
Hold on. Nobody knows off the top of their head how much a cloak is.
Oh, you're gonna have to look that up.
A mantle?
Yeah, sure. That sounds like a cloak. Well, I don't think it really is.
Right.
But close enough.
Here's 3 gold coins. There's your charity for my fiance.
Thank you. And how much does it say the mantles are worth?
3 gold
3 gold.
coins.
Okay, cool. So I'll just add that and remove it immediately. I'm just gonna go to the village, grab a couple.
Yep, sounds good. Or you could buy dark clothing for 1 gold coin and pocket those 2 gold coins for Saint Taneus.
Why, that sounds wrong when my when those around me are in danger to pocket those coins.
But you would save money. And the coins could go to someone good and they would do the job of hiding.
I can always sell the cloaks back later.
Or you could get 3 pairs of dark clothing.
And I guess more to the point, is there actually a mechanical difference between cloaks and dark clothing or anything?
No.
No?
No.
Ultimately, I
It's
want
just
to make
like-
sure that they're safe in disguise, so...
Yeah, you can certainly just buy the dark clothing and that would be enough. Just reading through it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get dark clothing, quote-unquote, and I have 1 gold. As long
Okay.
as they are properly disguised, I am happy.
And you have 2 gold coins left.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Suffer 2 corruption though. Lying. Cheating.
Yeah! Okay, so I'm gonna put corruption up to 2. Oh, wait, I get to roll, I believe. The
Yeah,
lure...
yeah.
No, not the lure of power. Oh. Lure of power, when I regenerate 6 on chaos side. No, road to enlightenment is what I'm looking at. I need to make a routine plus 10 resolve test for 1 to 3 corruption. So, plus 10 and resolve. That is a failure. I take the Q corruption.
Yes. Also, I would just check. You cannot cast without the incantation skill.
Okay, extra good to know. I'm picking that up next. Period. Because I need to have that, otherwise I do not have any benefit of having this class. Okay, so I'm happy then. I've pocketed a couple extra gold because my poor ass needs it. Thank you for your charity. What? I'm sorry. Did you think I wasn't needy?
I'm going to be talking to Carla later, and I will want my money back. Okay.
There are no refunds to charity. But yeah, continue the intro.
Okay, so people heading into the caverns. Do you happen to have a lamp, a torch, or something of which to make light?
So is it me and Rutherford are going, or?
Yep.
I have an oil pot. I don't know if that is a thing.
A what?
An oil pot.
Is that a lamp, or is that just a pot of oil to put into a lamp?
I don't know.
I have a feeling it is a pot of oil to put into a lamp.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. It's just something.
I'm gonna double check. While it does make sense that you would need like a pot of oil.
I believe that's also the ones that we determined before that the book says are like vegetable oil. They're not like combustible oil.
It does have the oil pot in the illumination thing, right? Yeah, you fuel it by an oil pot, so you need a lantern or a lamp. So you have a pot of oil but no lamp. That seems silly.
Yeah, a single wick burns in a brass vessel fueled by an oil pot.
How long have you had that?
For a long time, like since the beginning of this.
Although at the same time, a description of a torch is just, it's a firm piece of wood holding on a ragged cloth soaked in an oil pot, so I don't know. Do one of those fantasy things where you just rip off your shirt, wrap it around a stick, or your sword. Wrap your sword in your shirt and just set it on fire from an oil pot.
But we're going down we don't know how big that tunnel is, right? Like how wide it is.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so I imagine if we have like a torch or something, it's not gonna work it's not gonna be as wide, like we can't fit it. And then probably just like go out in the tunnel. It'd probably be safer if we can get a lantern. Can we search this place if there's a lantern?
There are.
I mean, he was a minor. He was a minor, so who knows? He might have one.
Yes, but there's not like stuff here.
Hmm.
It's been all stolen. I tried to steal things myself. There was nothing left.
Maybe if we go into Sade's place and go in there, maybe he has a lamp somewhere.
Wait, why didn't we just have... Oh, we should have had the priest do it.
What?
Go and buy a lamp.
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
now the adventures of how are we going to get a lamp?
It's always the little things.
well, I did give the neighbors a gold coin out of charity, but that was as a witch hunter.
You want to see if you can grab a lamp? You still have your witch hunter mask. You didn't throw it away.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go to the neighbors and see if they have what they. You said they were just like some poor people, right?
You can always pay for the lamp.
Yeah, I'll just give them more money. Money solves everything.
So you knock on their door. They open. They say, "What do you want?"
I want a lamp.
Say, "So go buy one."
Do you have one?
Of course, we have a lamp. What about it?
I want to buy it.
I'm not going to say you want a lamp. We need it. How about this? Give us the gold. I'll give you the lamp. A lamp costs 2 silver normally.
What did you say?
A lamp costs 2 silver.
Silver. Like they're overcharging you.
Oh, well, how much do I want? 2?
No,
Or
1
gold.
gold. 1 gold.
Oh.
So they said.
Worse than Zaid. Ugh.
Supply and demand. They need their lamp. Right?
Yeah.
They only have 1 lamp, so they're going to charge you.
What
But
was
they can go
that?
buy a lamp.
A month's pay, right? I'll be back. I'll be back with a torch.
You have your lamp.
We don't know where this tunnel is, do we?
No.
Is
Yes, he told you an entrance that was less conspicuous than Zaid's shop.
Okay.
It's nearby. You can get to it without too much fuss and risking being seen.
well, I'll lead the way. This is, after all, an important
God.
mission.
It's totally important.
You guys like hold open. There's like an old cellar where you can see there was like digging, and as you like pull up the lamp, you can see in like it was dug by like pickaxes, but at some point it looks like it was dug by like claws, right? And there was like it was a very like big divide between that. But you do enter into sort of a main tunnel. Yeah, it's a rat's nest. Who's ever leading with the lamp, make a survival check. Who's ever not leading, make an eavesdrop test.
Are you leading or am I leading?
I have to be leading. I mean, that's
Okay.
the only way.
Okay.
That is what the hero would do.
Yeah. And
just-
what am I doing is the eavesdrop, right? Oh, actually.
I'm just trying to think of what Rasmussen would do.
You probably set the tunnels on fire and smoke out whatever's in there.
It's fine. He did rolled fine.
Everything's going fine so far.
Okay. Rival eavesdrop. Yeah, Genevieve, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. Survival. You make some good headway in some tunnels. You think you're by the church/Zade's shop, but you haven't seen anything of interest. Yet. Let's make another round of tests.
Okay. We're still gonna get lost.
Yeah. And this is how those two story ends.
Get lost in the
Never
red tunnel.
re-emerging. And the Earth was better.
You're walking around. Nothing interesting. Yeah, it's been a while. You think you've seen this rock outcropping before. And that one. And that one. And oh my god, you've been going in circles. And like Genevieve, you don't hear anything too suspicious. Until you do. And one of the rocks that was like a little weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sprang up. You hardly get a time to notice what it is. But you do, since you have lightning reactions, you get to make a parry attack, if it hits you. But the creature, as it's brought into view, is one of the ice monsters that protected Lady Brianna.
It fits in here?
And they're not like they're big, but it like looked like a rock. But now it looks like the ice monster.
What?
I was thinking Viet Cong, man. Not.
Is this a martial melee roll or a coordination roll?
Okay.
I think it's martial melee.
Yep, you have to martial melee to parry.
Okay. Nope. I don't think so.
No, but you get a reroll.
Oh, that's true. I keep forgetting I have a reroll. Nope.
Oh no.
Of course
Pass
this happens.
out. I'm gonna have to drag you out of here.
Yeah, it's gonna have to drag me out of here. No, I think I just hit.
Suffer 21 mental arrow as the creature blows up out of nowhere, hits you. You try to parry, you draw your sword, and he just like bats it out of the way. And then he's gonna hit you.
I think I faint. No, wait, no, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't faint.
You lose like all your skill ranks.
Yeah, I lose all my skill ranks. I take 10 damage.
You didn't take a specialization in like swords, did you, for your melee?
I don't think I have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, plus 8, so 11 damage because you can take the adaptability quality.
All right.
Oh, and you drop the lantern.
Well, I don't have. Do I have a lantern? I thought it was.
No. Oh,
Brother-
I have the
damn
lantern.
it. Okay. But now I get to roll for injury. What's your injury? What are you at injury wise?
I'm moderately wounded.
Ooh, lucky. Okay. We're gonna roll quickly the initiative for the big dumb monster. 16. All right, so where it says guards will actually be the monster. Zaid, go ahead and just take an eavesdrop test. It'll be pretty hard, and I don't think you'd really care, but you may take an eavesdrop test if you like.
I really wouldn't. But you said hard,
Yeah.
and the skill I'm not trained in.
Yep.
Nope.
It's great. You're just working away on your witch stone.
Say the dick move would be like fortune pool.
I do think it is getting time for me to use these. Okay. Monster. It assesses Genevieve as the. Oh no, Rutherford, you're first. Your surprise round is over. You are now unsurprised.
Seeing this thing jump out of nowhere and shock. Heave the mortuary sword.
That's what the hero would do.
Like, no idea what I'm doing, but it's going.
Oh god.
Okay. You suffer 2 corruption. Imagine you're taking the plus 20
It's 3
for
corruption.
your deranged hero. 3 corruption for your deranged hero.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Delusional hero. Yeah. And flip to fail on the martial melee.
Yep.
Oh, doesn't give a fuck though. 9. Yeah, you lightly wound the monster. Yeah, lightly wound. Just barely. Okay. Monster. Seeing this like hero Rutherford jump at him. Oh, by the way, did you charge him? Roll an extra d6 if you charged him.
No, I did not.
Okay, so you just walked up, hit him. He brings this massive icicle down on you. It hits. Would you like to parry?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That'll be a martial melee test because
Wait.
you're using the mortuary sword.
Can I dodge or do I have to parry?
You have to parry unless you have a skill that says you can dodge in close combat.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn that into a 6. So 6 plus 8 is 14 damage.
Oh god. I'm about to die.
How wounded are you?
Grievously.
You are so fucking lucky.
Yes, I am.
Okay, Genevieve.
Alright, I'm gonna use 2 to aim and 1 to hit.
Yeah.
So if I hit this dude.
Ooh.
Save me.
Would you like to turn that 6 into a 1? Or that 1 into a 6, sorry.
Yes.
Four.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Roll d6. 21 damage.
2.
Alright, 23 damage. 23 moves in 2 steps. Roll 3d6 for injuries.
Right.
Nope, not today. The monster is heavily wounded as it passes back over to you, Rutherford. Chips are down. You're grievously wounded. You're bleeding. An instinct tells you to run, but then you remember, no.
Heroes don't run.
Rasmussen wouldn't run.
He would double down.
Double down.
He'd aim twice.
He'd strike the blow. Damn, dude. Wait, you got a 45 modifier?
Yeah, aim twice. I'm not trained in it.
Oh, right.
And I'm a deranged hero.
I'm sorry, have you been fighting this type without training? Oh my gosh, this explains so many things.
9 damage. Yeah, roll 3d6 for injuries. Oh wait, you're a mortuary sword. Roll 4d6 for injuries as you bring him into that. Okay, I guess just roll d100.
The hero.
But I think you cripple the monster is essentially what's going to happen. But fuck it, we're playing a game with injuries. Let's see him out. Did you get anyone? No. Okay.
So close.
So 3 grievous injuries, a 5. Fortune's mercy. So that one didn't work out. Let's see, 82. And then you splintered both of his elbows with your furious blows. You just fucking splintered both of his elbows. The creature can no longer use them. He drops this icicle and it shatters on the ground. It screeches in pain, and then it whips its tail at Genevieve.
It has a tail.
It does. It's a lashing tail attack. It does miss and it's slow. You get plus 10% to hit him. Actually, plus 20. He's extremely wounded as the initiative passes to you.
Alright. So since I get a plus 20, I'm gonna put 1 to aim. Does that give me trivial?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Aim is actually a separate modifier. You get aim twice for a total of plus 40, I believe. I may have to double check that. I could be wrong.
Okay, but I'll just leave it at trivial. I'm like, you can't do a plus 40. What?
Sometimes.
And you cannot carry it, even if you wanted to, as your mortuary sword slices the creature in two, as he his elbows have, I don't know, what would an ice monster who has a broken elbow look like? You cut them off, obviously. Okay. Just 2 stumps for arms, his tail is lashing around, and you bring a fateful blow right into his skull, and the icicle monster disintegrates into a patch of ice right in front of you.
Okay, I'm gonna give poor Rutherford. I'm gonna give poor Rutherford.
I need drugs. I need drugs.
I'm gonna give you 2 laudanums, and I'm gonna drink 1 laudanum.
Okay. You can only drink 1 laudanum at a time.
Okay, so I'll give him 1.
Suffer the corruption. I believe it was 3 corruption for drinking laudanum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. I'm gonna be so messed up at the end of all of this.
Right, and heal rank.
Yeah. So I'm dead.
Well, after your short scuffle, you take some time to reorient yourself, and we'll let you continue on. But first, let's head to the graveyard for a moment. Father Leon, you
That's me.
walk into the graveyard. You go to the crypt. You see Carla, she's reading the book you gave her, and she says, "Hi, Father Leon."
Good morning, Carla. How have you been? I hope things have been treating you well here.
All right. This Saint Tadeus, very interesting person. Did you know that at the end of his life, he had the holy sword Mata? He bled from every sword wound that Sigmar had received. That is one of the
Indeed.
best things.
I could only hope to have a death quite as glorious and bleed from so many orifices. And he just says that with a light, cheeky smile.
Yeah. Anyways.
I figured Carla would probably like that.
She goes, what do you have for me?
Well, I didn't bring anything with you, but I would hope you would come with me. I think perhaps there is someone in town that might be able to fully protect you, and someone I wish to speak with, a Sir Reginald.
I know Sir Reginald. He's an old friend. Well, I guess. In a way.
An old something. I'll leave that to your discretion. But you know him already. That's fantastic. Then I believe he should be more than willing to assist us. Then, if you don't mind accompanying us to the castle, then
I think it sounds great.
I will tell you it may be dangerous. The Graf is also there, but I believe we can avoid them.
Is my aunt there?
I believe so.
That's not ideal.
It's not, and it does mean a few things. But I believe if we speak with Sir Reginald and acquire him to our side, I think everything should work out just fine.
Sounds great.
I knew you would not have much opposition. Come and join us. You've met the Chancellor, haven't you?
She's like, no, I don't think he's important, so let's just go.
I'll give the Chancellor a light pat on the back. It's okay, big guy.
He's used to dealing with nobility, so probably doesn't even face him.
Yeah. So I'll give her the dark clothes to help disguise herself further, and we'll make our way.
Yeah, you meet up with the Chancellor's third cousin or something, and she lets you into the castle.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really have to stealth; you can just sort of walk. There are I imagine you're counting. There's maybe 10 people that live here full time at the moment. There's a big training yard, but it's empty, and maybe 5 of those people are armed soldiers, or retainers, probably more likely the term. You're let into the castle. The Graf isn't here right now. He's out in the town doing something.
Of course.
And you're brought into a room to meet with Sir Reginald. And it's literally a campaign room. And it has a map of the surrounding area. And he has listed all, he has knives stuck in it. But that one's off to the side. On the table, you see he's got the whole map of the Empire. And he's got little miniatures, little miniature knights on the castle. And he's fighting the war by himself, right?
He's a tabletop gaming nerd. Look out!
And he's trying to simulate the best strategies to win the war. And you come in and he goes, "Hey, who is this?"
Sir Reginald. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Father Leon. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Tell me, Father Leon, what do you know of strategy?
But a tiny bit.
Look
Actually, and I'll go ahead and I'll be drawn in. It's
Right.
I'm very curious what he has.
Yeah, he explains that the way I position these forces, I believe we have a chance to cut off the supply lines and meet this army in deadly battle. But I only have 500 knights to as many more trained regiments of hardened foot soldiers. Would you make the attack?
I don't think so. It would be wiser, of course, to cut off the supply and force their hand.
Into an ambush.
Indeed.
Excellent. And he takes out a strange cube. He rolls it. No, just kidding.
I'm gonna actually roll warfare. Hey, I'm actually really smart, by the way.
Technically, though, I'll give you the plus 10% because he's obviously giving you an easy question. Sure, no, he's giving you a little bit easy question, and you impress him with your knowledge. In fact, he no longer interrupts you when you speak.
Wonderful.
So tell me, what have you?
Well, there's a number of things I've come here for today, but I think the perhaps the most that you might be interested in, allow me to announce to you Carla Thorsmond.
Ooh, that's a big play. Okay.
I'm starting off as strong as possible. If this doesn't hit as hard as it can, I'm not sure anything else is going to go well either.
Whew. This is like the social interaction version of just like firing the gun, like just like shoot first. Interesting. Okay, make a trivial charm test right now.
I just trained in charm, so I'm good at this now.
Yeah, make it.
And trivial should mean
and a critical 6.
Nice.
So like the reasoning in the trivial, you softened him up a little bit, and of course his predisposition. Mm-hmm. So this is leading up. You made this an easier test for how well your opening gambit would take, and of course it takes greatly. And he drops onto one knee immediately, and he says, "My lady, I was told you were slain." And she's like, "No, not dead yet, Reggie. Still alive. Unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately."
Indeed. And it is only at the brave hands of some of my companions that she continues to this day.
Magnificent. May I ask their names?
Indeed so. They are named Rutherford and Genevieve Basque.
Genevieve. I just gave her first command, you know. Haven't heard back from the troops. But she was a promising young dragoon, I believe. Unfortunately, orders came on high that kept her from the battles and sent her to a tiny town, Bogenhofen, I believe.
Indeed. I would believe you will love to learn that she is in fact well and even in some good spirits. But things have changed, and her mission did not succeed.
Oh, no. Of her troops, did they survive?
I believe not. Not from what I have heard from her.
It is tough to lose your first command. Even tougher in such a dire circumstances as battle. And he like rants on for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he like returns and he goes, "I feel for her. But that she has survived and even brought the true inheritor of the Grafdom." Don't think that's correct. Whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
The Grafdom. Oh God, I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna have to look this up. I will in a minute. To me, that shows great resolve. If only she was noble born, she would make a fine knight.
Indeed so. I am in agreement. Her character is stunning. And truly, Saint Aeneas does shine upon her, I believe, too. All the better for one such as her. But I suppose perhaps not to rattle on. I believe there is some business to relay to you of all of these events so far. Things have not gone well for Genevieve because they have not gone well for the region. And there is a deep and dire conspiracy of both criminal and abyssal elements around us.
He slams his table down on the table. I knew it! He like shoves off the map.
I see you are a man of culture as well.
Yeah, he shoves off the map of the Empire, and he pulls out the like other map, and he puts it down, slams it, and he goes up, he picks up the figures, and he says, "Okay, so let's see what we have. We have me and my loyal men." And he like puts a figurine down.
Yeah.
And he puts like a whole bunch on next to like the where the military encampment is, like right next to the castle. Mm-hmm. We have a possible enemy force. I don't know how they fare. Perhaps they have honor and will fight for us, but maybe not. Then there are those deadly bandits in the woods. He puts down more figures, right? Mm-hmm. And like You get the picture. He like fills up the
Yeah,
table.
he does.
Right?
And I will even assist him and say, I understand that there are enemy forces over here in Bogenhofen, and here are the exact numbers that my companions had told me about, and I'm sure you wish to know about that.
Yeah. So he puts more guys down, and he's like, interesting. We seem to be at a disadvantage.
Quite so.
I mean,
You understand how dire the situation is.
He you see him like scratch. He obviously has like a white beard, right?
Mhm.
He's he probably looks a little Don Quixote-esque, but a little bit more built, because he still wears armor and rides a horse. But like, his facial structure, very Don Quixote. So yeah, he strokes his beard and he says, well, there's only one thing to do then. We should meet them on the glorious field of battle and make a charge.
I do agree. For I too an honorable man and will not stoop to low tactics of assassination. But I do have a plan, and I believe you've even indulged me. Perhaps we can have this plan go off without a single problem at all. Allow me to put a few more figures on the board. And I'm going to take like the smallest figure I have and I'm going to put it over in like the halfling village and, make some forces there. And I'm going to go ahead and put some down for like some miners. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a figure and say, this is the graph. And I'm going to put it in the castle.
Yes, that is also a problem.
Not quite so much as you think. For I believe, while perhaps we cannot get at the entirety of the conspiracy, he is most certainly benefiting from the criminal elements of it. Therefore, he is in a position of complete vulnerability and already surrounded, and were we to bring our forces to bear upon him, I do not know if the forces outside of the castle, once it is secured and he has been vanquished, would be able to contest us for long.
Yes. Yes. I see what you're saying. A few good men could hold these walls for a long time. Enough for us to force the pretenders to abdicate the... I'm going to try it. Nope. Tried. Okay.
We can go back to Grafton.
This is where I liked having Nero around because he was proficient in a dead language. Okay.
Oh boy.
Yes. I see the merit in you. Certainly. I believe we could force him to abdicate. I would be happy to challenge him to a duel.
Perhaps we would not even need to do such. I believe perhaps he could be forced merely to surrender by our victory.
I don't
But
know.
if you wish to have an honorable duel, I'm sure that could be arranged. He's but a noble. Well, not a knight such as you is what I mean.
His older brother was quite the... I hate to speak as a crap word. I hate to speak poorly, I guess, of my liege. However, his older brother was more of the marshal of the two, or of the Skonsberg lineage.
Indeed.
And unfortunately, his death does leave him the heir apparent to the Herzog of Skonsberg. But still, I would happily duel him. He would not stand a chance.
There's nothing that I would love to hear more, or perhaps even to see. I think we should definitely have this arranged. When the plan comes together, I shall ensure that you get your honorable duel.
But, and this was because of your critical success, that he will even consider this. But how shall I not challenge him as soon as I see his dastardly face?
I'm afraid that must be a part of your own deception for now. Perhaps do not even see him face to face yourself. Communicate but through your men.
I shall
I-
feign illness. A classic tactic.
Exactly. And then you but nearly need to wait for the signal, and when our forces come here to the castle, we shall join together. I do not know precisely when, and Genevieve is hard at work now, putting the pieces on the board for us. But I suspect that because she is of strong character and has been trained so well, she will succeed.
I trained her myself, you know.
Exactly. That is
Yeah.
why I know.
Oh God. Oh God.
I am nothing if a flatterer.
Right. It certainly will. We can hide Genevieve in the tower. Yes, I know, or not Genevieve. Carla. I have a place to hide her. They will never find her.
Good,
It would
good.
be, unfortunately, my lady, it will not be the most. God, my brain is just like not cooperating with me today. Whatever, comfortable of quarters, but we will get you there.
And do not forget, perhaps, of the Chancellor, which I have brought here too. His dutiful service will be required in the
What?
future.
Oh, yes, I can protect this peasant. Sure.
I know you can. I will gladly take his hand and give him sort of like a big friendly shake of just I'm so glad that I could meet someone of true sanity and clarity in my time here. Everything so far has just been lies or deception or ill planning or incompetence, and to truly meet a knight of good standing and good heart truly makes me well up with pride.
I don't know if I should feel.
And this is actually perfectly sincere.
Thank you for the
I
compliment.
feel a little hurt.
He goes over to a box and he's like, one of my friends sent me this fantastic game. It is called Hammer of War. Would you like to play with me while we wait?
I believe so. I believe I have plenty of time. Genevieve shall not be done with her task for some time. How does it work? What are these squares? Are these gambling squares?
Yes. Okay. make a warfare test.
Okay. Let's
Normal.
give it a
Normal.
try. Yeah, I set to normal now.
And then we'll end your scene.
I'm only smart, but that is success.
So not enough to beat him. He's actually fairly good at this game. Unfortunately, he's playing some army with some bullshit rules, and like you think you're winning, but then God, he has like a unit of knights that like re-rolls everything and tramples you.
How much did you say the counter army would be from Skarnsburg? Was that 300 gold? I heard.
Yeah. But that would only be at 1,000 war points. We're playing at 2,000.
Oh no, I'll have to buy double, and then there's the shipping. But yeah, I think it's safe to say I'll be spending some time there for now.
Yeah.
I mean, a new friend. I'm happy.
Oh god, yeah, that it could have gone bad, but I think the success on the warfare test warmed him up. So good job.
Wonderful. I love being smart. I'm gonna need to get warfare here.
So that is a flip to fail roll technically. So you should have actually failed before. My bad. We'll keep the interactions as they are.
Okay.
But you did do well in the game, so that counts for something. In the tunnels, dark, nasty. Zaid, are you still crafting?
Depends on how long.
It's
I've
probably been about 8 hours by now.
Yeah, I just mean I'd move on to crafting something else.
Yeah, whatever you're crafting, go ahead.
Well, the thing is that I start applying the time now, and we'll move on to it later because there's things I'd have to talk to you about.
I understand.
Like your
okay.
true rat form now, are we?
Well, I've always been a bastard. I've just evolved to the next stage. Rat bastard.
Wonderful.
Oh my god! If you turn yourself into a Skurzak, that'd be amazing. Okay,
I don't think that's possible.
I don't think so either.
Also, we've had this conversation. You didn't want them in the campaign.
No, I still do not. But that would be pretty funny if your character did that. Anyways, back to Genevieve and our hero. Make a survival test. Make it a little bit easier, as now you have a landmark, a dead creature that was this pile of ice that isn't melting. Okay. Genevieve, eavesdrop.
Alrighty. So normal eavesdrop. Maybe, I don't know. Alright.
Hey, okay. So on your travels, you pass this like what looks sort of like an antechamber of some kind. There's like some rats swirling around, but you see a door and you hear noises coming from the other side. You hear them, they're not too loud. If you try to open the door, it's locked.
Well, we hear what's inside, right? Like we hear like movement.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe some tiny explosions. I'm not sure.
Does the door look like it's breakable?
I guess with enough time.
With enough time. I'm just gonna knock.
Zayd, you unfortunately hear a knock at your door.
Always unfortunate.
I'm gonna break this door too.
Hey, the guards broke the last one.
That is true. They did finish
That's
off the
fine.
door.
You already paid for it. Come back later.
I think Genevieve will just look at Rutherford and be like, "Do you want to tell him?"
I start banging on the door. Don't make me kick it in!
I said come back later.
We're bleeding to death!
Later.
Brienne's ice trolls are down here.
Later.
You can just leave this door. You have found another landmark, so you may just leave it.
Okay.
There's another place I need to burn down.